Welcome back to Biscom Academy. In our previous sessions, we had learned what corporate governance is and why is it important. In today's class, I'm going to talk about a very important and scoring topic, that is principles of corporate governance. This topic is frequently asked in exams for 5, 8 and 10 marks. So, please watch this lecture till the end. So, what is corporate governance? Corporate governance refers to the way in which a company is directed and controlled. So, what is direction and control? Now, I have told you about principles of corporate governance. Why do we require that? Now, what are those? These principles are the values that help a company to understand, and it should be followed by a company so that the company can be transparent, fair and responsible in every manner. Now, why do we require these principles? We require these principles to protect the investors, to ensure honesty and to improve trust in the company. These are the three reasons why we require these principles. Correct? So, what are these principles? So, the first principle is transparency. Transparency. Now, what is transparency? It means that a company should provide true, clear, and timely information to the shareholders and the public. What does it mean? That all the information should be transparent, true, and clear, and it should be given in a timely manner to the company, shareholder, and the public. Now, the company must disclose that are your financial statement, the profit and loss, and the risk and policies that they have. This helps the investors make correct decisions. Clear? Then we have accountability. Then we have accountability. Now, what is accountability? The accountability means that the management and the board of directors or the BODs should be responsible for their actions. Now, if something goes wrong, the management should take responsibility. If the decision is wrong, then the board of directors should take responsibility in case something is wrong, in case something is right. We can't blame the people who are working for us and the people who are working with us, because what we have done in a fair manner. So हम जब एक साथ कर रहे हैं तो we have to make sure that we are responsible for our own actions, right? So when I say responsible for their own manner actions, that they must explain their decisions. Why are they deciding this? What will happen if something goes wrong? What precautions can be used, right? Then accept the responsibility for failures. As I said, गलती हुआ है, accept it. Don't blame it on others. It is a failure, accept it. Clear? Then work in the best interest of the company. Always work for the best interest of the company. Whatever decision you are taking is not for your own personal self. It is for the company as well as the whole of the organization. गलत हुआ, so you are not the only one who will fail. The whole company will have to answer to that. One thing fails, the whole company will fail. Clear? Then we have fairness. Fairness. So, now what is fairness? What is fairness? Right? You will say, ma'am, fairness क्या होगा यहाँ पे? So, fairness means that the company should treat all the employees and stakeholders equally. Everyone should be treated equally. It doesn't matter who you are working with, who are your shareholders, who are your stakeholders. They must include the shareholders, the employees, the creditors, the customers. No group should get unfair advantage. Just because this manager is your relative, it doesn't give him any right to exploit others. This manager doesn't have any right to exploit any employee working with him. Why? Why is that? Because if you do that, people will start doubting your decisions, and if these decisions are doubted, the employee will stop working with you and the customers will not come to work or get products from you. You will lose the loyalty of your customers and it will also hamper your business. So if I say fairness, it means not just the shareholders, the stakeholders, the shareholders, the investors, the creditors, the customers and employees all should be treated in the equal and fair manner. Clear? Then we have responsibility. Then we have responsibility. Now you'll say, ma'am, what is responsibility? We have already discussed accountability, right? So, responsibility means that a company should act in a lawful and ethical manner. No illegal work should be done, no unethical work should be done. Responsibility and accountability have different meanings. Accountability means that you should be accountable for all the things that you have done. Responsibility means whatever you are doing, it should be done in a lawful and ethical manner. Take it? Now, when I say lawful and ethical manner, it must follow the laws and regulation. It should follow according to the Companies Act. It should follow all the rules and regulation of the country that it's working in. Nation is different. State that you're working, the country that you're working, it should follow that rules and regulation. It should protect the environment. We should not harm the environment, because if the environment is harmed, we won't have a place to stay or work. Then act honestly. You should not do any fraudulent activities with your customers or your employees. A responsible company gains long-term success. Keep this in mind. If you're responsible with your own company, you will get a lot of gain and profit in the future, and it will be for a longer period of time, comparison to your fraudulent activity which can get caught today or tomorrow or in the near future. Clear? Then we have independence. Then we have independence. Then we have the last principle includes, that is independence. So what is independence? Independence means that the board of directors should be free from all undue influence. From undue influence. What does it mean? Undue influence मतलब क्या हुआ? The independent directors always help you to prevent fraud. Undue influence मतलब undue influence means they are not easily influenced by the others. They are not easily influenced by other activities. Clear? So undue influence means if your director is independent, keep this in mind, it will always prevent fraud. Whatever fraud is happening, it will find it out and they will clear that fraud. ठीक है? चाहे वो एम्प्लॉयज के साथ बाइसनेस हो रहा हो, चाहे वो एम्प्लॉयज के साथ फ्रॉड हो रहा हो, चाहे वो कस्टमर्स के साथ फ्रॉड हो रहा हो. Clear? Then take unbiased decision. As I said, manager is your relative. This manager is your relative. Just because he is your relative, that doesn't give him any chance to take unnecessary steps or exploit any employee. If this is happening, your board of directors should take action against it. Doesn't matter he is or she is your employee, relative. Doesn't matter he or she has given you a lot of profit in the long run, because one wrong person can destroy your whole organization, and this whole organization destroy means your whole work will be in a failure. Clear? Then we have protect the shareholders' interest. Protect the shareholders' interest. Now, an independent board of director will always work in the shareholders' interest in mind. He or she is not going to waste their effort. He or she is not going to waste their money. They will make sure that the shareholder, whatever he or she does, the shareholders' interest is always in mind. If the person is influenced by the fraudulent activities, he or she will never care about a company's less the shareholders or employees' interest. Clear? Now, why do we require these principles? These principles are required for the increasing of your investors' confidence. Then you have reduced fraud and corruption. Obviously, if you are transparent with people, if you are accountable for your action, if you treat people fairly, if you are responsible with your actions, whatever you do is done in a lawful manner, and if you are independent board of director, obviously you will be free from that corruption and fraud. Nothing wrong with or illegal will happen in your organization, right? Then we have improved company image. If you are doing this in a lawful manner and a good manner by keeping the company interest in mind, obviously your goodwill will increase and you will be successful. No one can bring you down. Clear? So I'll conclude with that the principles of corporate governance are made to ensure that the company is managed in a transparent, fair, and responsible way. The strong corporate governance builds trust and ensures the long-term success of the organization. If you want to score well in auditing and corporate governance, watch the next session or the next lecture and complete this chapter with BISCOM Academy.